All right, alrighty. Here's my little studio here, where I make beats. I like to make beats. You like to make beats?
I've never made a beat in my life.
You made hip-hop beats before?
No. I'd like to see you make a beat.
You don't make hip-hop beats? I don't know if I can, see if I can still do it. Haven't made one in a while either, to be honest with you. I've been too busy riding around on my mule, but let's see. Okay, let's see here. I honestly haven't made a beat in a few weeks, a few months actually. I haven't been I'm surprised it's working, because I've been not really making this kind of music lately. I've been more doing some country music.
Yeah.
But, so I did make the soundtrack to my show, so let's see what I was actually doing this. Anyways, it's kind of what I do.
What caused you to get into that?
It was kind of when I was in my rap group when I was a teenager, you know? It was kind of
Yeah.
like, okay, what can I do with a drum machine or a keyboard or a sampler? And I started kind of making beats and so I could rap over them. And then, you know, that was when I was 16 years old, and I've just always kind of been fascinated with it, so.
How'd you guys come up with that name?
Organized rhyme in the 80s in Canada. A bunch of kids could just make police jackets and just walk around downtown like we were the police. It said organized rhyme on the back. It was like we were the organized crime unit of the police. You know, this was sort of what it was. Silly, really, but it was fun. So we were like a gang. We were like a gang from the suburbs of Ottawa, of cops. Like the least, I don't know if rappers really have ever tried to do that, actually. I think that's probably why it didn't work. But
You remember that?
yeah, getting on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine was definitely a surreal thing. That was when the show was on MTV, and the Bum Bum song was a hit.
Give the backstory on the Bum Bum song for
The Bum Bum
those
song.
that are
Yeah,
unfamiliar.
the Bum Bum song was just, we thought, let's make the silliest song ever and play it on my show and see if we can make it get onto the countdown on Total Request Live.
And weren't you in like Seattle?
We were in Seattle, yeah. I think that was that was another indication, I think, to MTV and all of us how big the show had gotten. We were in Seattle. We recorded this song for a gag. We went into the Seattle radio the next day and asked them to play it, and it went to #2 on Seattle radio on their countdown before we got back to New York. Then we got back to New York. We played the video on the show, went to #1 on Total Request Live instantly, and was there for about a week. And the Bum Bum song was the #1 most downloaded song on Napster in 1999. My bum is on the cheese, my bum is on the cheese. If I get lucky, I'll get a disease. And then 2 weeks later, I got testicular cancer, so that's what happens. But yeah, my bum is on the dog, my bum is on the cat, my bum is on the phone, my bum is all alone, my bum is on the Swedish. It made no sense. It made no sense at all. We were shooting a show on spring break on a cruise ship in Mexico. And we had this bit where I was going to bring a fish sandwich to the ship captain at 3 o'clock in the morning and wake him up. So I did that. He called security. The security guard came and was trying to drag me off the cruise ship. As the security guard was dragging me up the stairs, I stopped and I just said, "My bum is on the stairs," I said to the security guard. Then he dragged me up further and there was a plant. I said to the security guard, "My bum is on the plant," I said. Okay. So then the show aired, the spring break special. And I was saying my bum is on the stairs. So the next day in New York, people are like yelling out of their cars, "My bum is on the plant," right? So we realized, we'd struck a chord with this bum bum thing. So then when we were in Seattle, we thought, well, we should make a song out of that little memorable little moment. And we got some funny photos for that. And this is the Bum Bum song retirement home here.
Oh.
So not many people get in the retirement home on Total Request Live.
Well, and you were forced into the retirement home.
We were forced to retire the song, absolutely.
Explain that.
Well, you know, the song went #1 on Total Request Live, and then we got a call from MTV and they said, "You have to retire the song." I said, "Well, we don't want to retire the song. We're the #1 song in America."
Right.
They said, "Well, you kind of got to play ball with us because I don't know if I should say this, but the following week they had faked the countdown because for whatever scheduling reasons, they weren't able to shoot it live that week, so they'd pre-taped.
Carson Daly was going on vacation.
I think so, yeah. For whatever reason, they had pre-taped in advance the following week, not expecting that the Bum Bum song was going to go #1 and knock J-Lo and 98 Degrees and Britney Spears off the countdown. If it's #1 Friday, it's not going to make any sense that it's not even on the countdown at all on the following Monday. So they really kept calling, please retire. It's going to cost us a whole. So I did, because they were my bosses, and I went on Friday night. I went into Total Request Live with Carson Daly, and we retired the song, and they gave me a nice plaque.
Would you be up for singing something?
I could do something on the piano,
Yeah.
Check, checking. I just like having the microphone. So. But yeah, it was kind of fun. I've been playing that same thing over and over again now for 3 years. Because basically when COVID happened, I was stranded myself in my house, and I thought, okay, I'm going to learn how to play the piano. So, but here's a song I wrote right after I moved here, actually. So yeah, right after I moved here, I wrote this song about moving home to Canada. I want to live with my feet on the ground, grass under my toes, where the wind blows and the leaves fall down. People I know say hello in my hometown. These big city dreams may be taking me down. So funny how in the city of stars, the Hollywood lights make it nearly impossible to see the real stars at night. But back home in the country, they shine so bright. There's something about that just ain't right. There you go. Moving to the country. Thank you. But, it's, I know, I just, I find it very calming and relaxing just to play this thing. For some reason, I like writing songs that have a melancholy sound to them. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm get so sort of outrageous on stage with my stand-up, and the sad songs are always more appealing to me to play. So.